Alright, hey guys, for you vintage electronics people out here, working on another little Zenith television here. It's a little 12-inch black and white. I've had this in my video before. This is the one that had the audio problem. And I did a second video on it, but I guess I lost the video, never got it uploaded. But I did fix the problem with the audio. It was the audio output tube. Even though the tube tested perfectly and the tube was still defective. So you can't always put your heart in a tube tester. A tube tester can show a tube perfectly good and it not work at all when it's in a unit or a set, radio, TV, whatever. And I've also had tubes check bad, but they still work when you put them in. So it's just giving you kind of a basis to go on. But nonetheless, the tube was the problem when I replaced it. So let's show you. That's not what the other issue is. This TV's got another problem. There's the inside of it. The audio output tube was the 17, let's see, I think it's a 17AB10. Yeah, right here. There it is. Yep, so I had another one in my 10. I thought, what the heck? I'm just going to put another tube in it just to see what happens. So I had 2 or 3 of these. Swapped it out, turned it on, had audio. Audio was working fine, even though the other original tube was testing fine. But evidently it wasn't. When it's under a load, it was probably shorting out or just going open. So that took care of that audio problem. So then the TV works for a while, and after about a half an hour, the vertical starts going crazy on it. So what would happen was they would start losing sync, have to keep fooling with the vertical hold on it. So I'm like, yep, okay, that's usually a capacitor of some sort. Usually, not always, it could be a tube too, but usually it's a capacitor. But then I noticed the more you had to adjust the vertical hold to get it to lock, the picture started getting bigger and bigger. So it was stretching out. So people's heads were starting to look like somebody was turning the vertical height or linear control. And it's like, okay, now that's something else that's weird going on. So that continued, but then when the set would cool off, it would work fine again for a while. Like I said, it didn't do it till it got good and warmed up. The vertical just started going nuts. So first thing I did was something very obvious. I had another 17JZ. I just swapped the tube out, put another one in just to eliminate that. That didn't fix it. So then my second suspicions were one of these caps under here. Now this is the vertical area. So I hit these caps with some circuit cooler and that had no effect. But the very minute I put circuit cooler on that integrator right there, boom, the picture straightened itself out. Immediately when I hit that with circuit cooler, the picture went back to normal, and of course I had to readjust the vertical hold, then the picture was back to normal. And if I put more circuit cooler on that and got it really cold with a little frost on it, my picture would shrink some. So yeah, when it warmed up, that integrator right there is the problem. And that's a common problem in these Zenith televisions. So Shango066 addresses that on his video. So if you guys want to know how to build these things, watch his videos. I'm not getting into that. Luckily, I'm going to try some of my new old stock here. Let's see, this is an 87.1. Yeah, I have some here. I'm going to try to check them. I mean, they're probably going to be drifted too, but they're probably better than what's in there. That's an 87.1 there. Yeah, I have a bunch of these things. New old stock. I got lots of them, but they're all different values, and you got to make sure you match the right one, or you'll be chasing another problem. So you can't just go by because what they all look the same. There's different ones in there. Some for the horizontal, they're in the frequency, they're everywhere. So it's horizontal, but this is the one I need. So I'm going to swap this out and get camera focus, maybe not. Well, anyway, it's 87.1. I only have 2 of those left. So I'm going to change this integrator, and that should fix the problem. Like I said, I was hitting it with circuit cooler, and that corrected the problem. So I knew right away that was my issue. So it wasn't none of these other caps or the filters. It's that darn integrator. So anyway, this TV should be a good little functioning set. Still has the original horizontal phase detector diode. I'm not going to mess with that right now. It works. There's no problem with the horizontal. Just the vertical gets real weird. Gets all just jambalaya, callywumpus, after it's getting good and warmed up. So otherwise, got a good strong CRT. Not a bad little TV. So that's today's project. And I get it working, I'll do a part 3 on it. So yeah, just messing around with some. I got lots of these things, but that's the one I need, the 87.1. All right, well, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching.